Today we we're gonna talk about intimidation. So in my country culture and from my habits, I usually look on the other side when I talk, and only sometimes some other certain points in my speech would I look directly at the other person's eyes. Most of my past videos, I have only looked at the screen of my video instead of straight into the camera of my phone, of my phone. So I'm gonna that I kind of thought about that and think, why don't I try to change? Because my side way looks when I try to speak some kind of thing appears to the out, make it appear to the out, yeah, just like that, looking up, make it appear to the audience that I lack of confidence, I lack convictions in my speech, thus that may reduce the persuasions, the persuasive of my speech. So I'm just gonna look straight into the camera. I don't know if this will be a positive or a negative change, but I still gotta change my style of speaking to improve my communication skill regardless. So why don't I just try that? The thing about intimidations, I'm gonna focus on human and human interactions first. Then I'm gonna talk in the broader sense how does thing actually become intimidate? How do us become intimidate? What do objects? What does intimidation apply to different kind of people, and what's the importance of intimidation? The thing about human and human interaction is that our eye contacts are a part of intimidation. Intimidation is also inferred from it's mostly from the that's again the confidence and the dangerousness of another human beings, mostly in their posture, in their eye contact, in the body size, in the weapons that they have in contact with themselves, and other factors in the other factors in the environments. That's what dictates if a person finds someone else to be intimidated. If a person finds someone else to be intimidating or not. Eyes contact are part of the intimidations. So some culture, people often don't look directly to the other eyes, to the other person's eyes, as long as this. But I know that some other cultures, direct eye contact for long durations when we speak are a sign of confidence, a sign of authenticity and respect. Intimidation helps us a lot. What actually dictates intimidation? The key detail is that something that appears to be intimidating for a person may not be intimidating for another person. Intimidations are old mental work in our brain right here. That's why some people appears to be fearless, while some to be appears to be really cowardice. It's based on the risk systems that is calculated in their brain. Intimidations may be caused because that's dangerous, may include the safety on a person. Yeah, intimidation are mainly caused by there's a chance, a risk of safety for a person that counts both on their mental health and on their physical health. So of course, most people find great bulky men with lots of muscle, or maybe some guys with a gun to be intimidating, unless they have protective measure Maybe they're in a tank and don't find a regular bulky guy to be intimidating because they could blast the guys off miles away. Maybe they're in a higher ground, so they don't find a guy short with a shotgun to be intimidating. That's related to our physical health, physical safety. Intimidating also is related to scenery, related to height. We kind of tend to be scared when we are in high high altitude. Also, it's related to experience like hot areas like lava, like fire, intimidating like black smoke, uh, from tsunami, from tornadoes, huge wind, lots of other fucking thing. Intimidations is also caused by animals from our instincts, mostly from grizzly bears, from lions to leopard. Oh, the thing about my eye contact is that think that I think that I could look, not that look in other directions when I try to make a point with my gesture, like leopard, lions, and other kind of stuff, just like that. But lots of the time, intimidation are also caused by mental health. People are intimidated, are anxious because they thought that other people cares about their appearance and their actions all the time. That's what most teenagers experience, went through, and they do feel intimidated like that. People are also intimidated by discomfort, the fact that they have to do something that's remove them from their pleasure and comfortable environments. Other things that makes something seem scary, such as a black a black spot of their house without any lights. It's just a lack of photon, but human perception view darkness as being dangerous, so that's also intimidating. Public speaking is also intimidating because we value social status. So if we fumbled ourselves in front of a huge numbers of huge numbers, huge number of people, then that would be embarrassing. Thus, make it intimidating. That's pretty much the overall concept of intimidation and our ability to manage our fear or anxiety and to be less intimidated other with other people actions, less intimidated. Of course we should still be intimidated with dangerous things, but things that aren't truly harmful to us, we should be less intimidated by actions, thoughts, and other kind of thing that affects our mental health unnecessarily. We should try to manage that and be more fearless, be more courageous, and let's be intimidated by other things that don't truly harm us. That's the overall concept of intimidation, and I don't know if this eye contact thing works and in the first place because I can't really see my reflections from my my phone because I'm looking straight into the camera. I don't have time to look at my image in my phone. That's it for day 55. And thank you so much if you listen to the end of this video. Thank you so much is a bit much though. Thank you for listening to the end of this video. Appreciate that.